A woman came inside the room panicking and breathing heavily. She immediately closed the door behind her and looked at her son who was sleeping peacefully. Jungkook, wake up my son. He woke up rubbing his eyes and looked at his mother. Oma, what happened? Why are you crying? We have to leave from here, son. Let's go. She picked him up and rushed towards the door. Oma, where are we going? And why in the middle of the night? He asked him, being all clueless. Jungkook, Oma will tell you everything later, okay? But for now, we have to leave from here. She opened the door and a gasp left from her mouth, but when she looked at the man standing in front, she sighed in relief. Your car is here, madam. My driver will take you to a safe place. Please take care of yourself and young master. She came near him and looked at him with pleading eyes. Mr. Park, please help my husband and be with him. The person whom I can trust the most at this moment is only you. I don't know how all this happened suddenly, but I'm begging you. Don't worry, madam. This gang war will be going to end soon. Boss just want you and young master to be safe, so please take care. And don't worry about boss. I'll help him. Little Jungkook was watching them intently. That little kid didn't even know what is happening. Soon they sat in the car and drove off. Oma, why were you telling Uncle Park to help Appa? Is he in some danger? Why there were so many bodyguards in the house? Oma, please tell. She was terrified with the thought that if she will be able to see her husband's face or not. A flood of negative thoughts surrounded her mind. She was just praying to the God that all this will end soon. She came back to senses when Jungkook tapped her shoulder. Oma, what happened to you? Are you crying? She quickly wiped her tears and cupped his face gently. Jungkook, I'm sorry my baby. I failed to give you a peaceful and normal life like other children. Oma. I want a promise from you. You will not become a gangster like your father. I want you to live a normal life in future. Can you promise me that? Why, Amma? Appa is a strong guy. I always wanted to be like him. No, he is not. I want you to live a normal life. I want you to be happy, my son, she said while hugging him. Why are you talking like this, Amma? What do you mean by Appa is not a good guy? She looked through the window. That's when she realized that the car was going through the dark forest. She looked at the driver. Where are you taking us? We are going to the place where no one can ever be able to find you, he said, looking at her through the front mirror. Who are you? Stop the car. I said stop it. Welcome, welcome. A man in his 40s wearing a whole black attire with a long coat and a hat on his head covering his half face. He looked at the women and the little boy who were tied up with chairs. His lips curved into a slight smirk as he walked lightly towards them and sat in front of Jungkook's mom. You are still beautiful as always, princess. Her eyes widened when she heard that word. She got an idea that who the person is. You? He started laughing sarcastically and then leaned forward near her face. Happy that you still remember me, and why not after all? It's hard to forget your first love. You're right, I seriously missed you a lot. They both smiled and the man untied her ropes. She got up and hugged him. I'm proud of you, my sweetheart. She smiled and pecked on his lips. It was hard to live without you for 8 years, but I had to do that because of you. Uma, what are you doing? Why are you so close to this man? The little boy couldn't understand what was happening. Uma, we have to go back to Appa. Where is he? She looked at the man and they both laughed. Then she walked near Jungkook and bent down to his level. My poor boy, your Appa went too far now. He can never be able to come back. What are you saying, Umma, and why are you behaving so differently? She again laughed. Is my boy scared? That's why I've told you not to become like your father. What's the use of so much power when he didn't able to survive in front of my love? Umma, you are scaring me, he said, bringing tears in his eyes. Oh, my baby is afraid of me. Umma, please let's go from here. I wanna see Appa. Then you have to go there to meet him, he said, pointing upwards. Just shut up your mouth, you bloody bastard. Once my Appa come here, he will kill you all. They all started laughing. He got the right attitude though, but kid, your Appa is no longer alive to kill us. And he started laughing. Jungkook looked at his mother who was laughing along with everyone else. His little heart broke to see how her own mother was also with them. Don't look at me like that. I'm not the one who killed him. It's well said, a woman can destroy a man. No matter how dangerous he is, he always ends up miserably. Do you wanna see who killed your dad? Jungkook's eyes widened when he saw Mr. Park coming inside. He couldn't believe that the man who was most loyal to him ended up betraying him. His small hands clenched into fists. Didn't you love Appa? She smiled and came near him. Love? I hated him. Now what should we do to him? Anything, I don't care. He was a dice in that game and the game has already ended, she said and left from there. A woman is nobody's friend. Either she can protect you by sacrificing her life or can destroy you by taking your life, he said, sitting in front of him. Never trust them because they all are same. But now you will surely be able to meet your father. I will grant your wish by myself. He got up and extended his hand while Mr. Park hesitantly gave him a gun. He pointed the gun towards Jungkook, but before he could pull the trigger, they all heard a faint sound and a car rushed inside, breaking the wall its full speed. Before they could think of anything, a man opened the door and pulled the little Jungkook inside. Yeah, what are you doing? Get him. They all started firing their bullets, but the driver drove off. Follow him. Wayne was coming downstairs as she was called by Jungkook. A guard was walking behind her. Her body was so weak that it was hard for her to step on the staircase. When Jungkook saw her, a smear curved on his face. I thought you might have fainted, but you are looking absolutely fine. He didn't say anything and came down from the last stair. Well, it's good. Now it will be more fun to show you your surprise. Are you ready, sweetheart? He signaled one of his guard and soon they brought a man inside. He was half unconscious and was not in a state of walking with his own feet, and those guards dragged him inside and threw him on the floor. Waiyan's eyes widened when she saw the guy. Kang Jun. She quickly ran near him and tried to wake him up. He was beaten up so badly that he was not even in a state of opening his eyes. Waiyan put his head on her lap and tried to wake him up. Her tears were flowing down. Jungkook was watching her while sitting on the couch. His lips were curved in a most satisfied smirk. What have you done to him? She said, looking at him angrily. Nothing much. I thought I should let my wife meet her lover before I send him to heaven. Why are you bringing him in middle? He scoffed. Am I? No, he was always in the middle, but not anymore. Please, Jungkook, I'm begging you, just let him leave. I will do whatever you say, but please stay away from him. Jungkook came near you and looked at Kang Jun. You know what, sweetheart? Seeing you begging for him make me want to kill him right here. No, not this time, please. I promise you that I won't run, and also I will do whatever you want, but please let him go. He chuckled and sat in front of you. And you thought I will believe you? You don't know how to keep a promise. I will keep my promise this time. You looked at Kang Jun, who now started groaning in pain, yet his eyes were glaring Jungkook. Please, Jungkook, I'm ready to do whatever you want. Just leave him. That's it. Now I can't see this anymore. He stood up and grabbed your hand, making you stood up too. What are you doing? Leave my hand, Jungkook. You tried to free your hand, but he tightened his grip. Leave her, you bastard. He said in a fainted voice while lying on the floor. Jungkook chuckled and looked at him. So you still have some voice left in you. Okay, it's good. He made you sit on the couch and leaned closer to your face. If you don't want me to give him a terrible death, then you better not move from here. He stood up and walked near Kang Jun. He sat in a squatting position and lifted Kang Jun's face, grabbing his hair. I appreciate your guts, the courage that you have decided you can catch me. I would have killed you long ago, but I waited. Just wait for some time and your game will be over. He let go of his hair and started laughing. Who will end my game? You? He laughed. Your chapter is going to close here, and I'm not even going to ask you your last wish. You know I'm bad in that. He took out his gun and pointed at him while your eyes widened. Jungkook, put that gun down, please. You tried to come near him, but a guard stopped you by grabbing your hand. You are really getting on my nerves. Jungkook, you can't do that. Please, Shankuk, I will do whatever you say, but please, please don't kill him. He chuckled and looked at you. You were going to do it anyway, sweetheart. I really hate the fact that you are loving someone other than me, and there is no way I can let him live. You took out the gun from that bodyguard's pocket and put it against your forehead. Then do that, and I swear I'll kill myself. He chuckled and started walking towards you. Do you think I care? I don't know, but I will end myself here too. His hand slowly clenched, and in a blink of an eye he flipped the gun that you were holding and grabbed your hand. Take him to the basement. I'll deal with him there, he said to the bodyguard and dragged you upstairs. He threw you on the bed and locked the door behind him. Then he started taking steps towards you while you were crawling backwards. You are really something, huh? What did you say? You'll do whatever I say, right? Just kill me already. You were backing up until your back hit the wall, means there's no way to escape now. He slowly leaned forward, trapping you between his arms but maintaining enough distance. You really seems like dying. Don't worry, sweetheart. I will kill you each and every second. I hear you doing this to me. He smiled and wiped your tears with his thumb. Because I love you and I want you to love me back. Crazily. Stop it, please. You are insane. Yes, you are making me insane. I should have killed him before our marriage. My urge to kill him get double every time you beg for his life. He leaned more closer while you turned your face to the other side, making him annoyed. He grabbed your chin. What do you think of yourself, huh? Just freaking look at me when I'm talking to you. You are only allowed to love me. Think about me. There should be no other person in your heart except me. Do you really think what you are doing is love? No. You can't force someone to love you, and if you're doing so, you'll end up hating by them. You said, looking deep in his eyes while his eyes piercing through your soul. So you hate me, huh? You are forcing your love on me. You can't even see that how much you are hurting me. Do you think I will be able to love you? You will, and you have to. You have no other choice, sweetheart. You belong here. And he left from there, locking the door from outside. A man woke up gasping for air when he felt ice-cold water being poured on him. He wiped his face with his hand and blinked few times to adjust his vision. You are really enjoying your life here. The man walked in, adjusting his head. You really know how to protect your family, huh? I'm amazed that even after so much effort, we didn't able to find them. But luckily, he sat in front of him. We found out where is your one and only daughter. Don't you dare to touch her. He started laughing. I've heard that she's so gorgeous. You really hide her well, but you forget that you are nothing in front of me. You cruel bastard. You set up all that I did a great mistake by taking your side. You are really a snake. He laughed. You got rid of my biggest enemy. That's the reason I've kept you alive. A guy entered inside. He was a young and fine-looking man. He stood beside him and looked at Mr. Park. He needs to live. After all, he has witnessed everything from the start. You are right, and he should be there till the end. So, was it fun? He looked at Lee Chung-gi while he let out an annoying chuckle. It would have, if they were strong enough to fight back. They couldn't manage to bear one bullet. The man laughed and looked at Mr. Park. Do you know where your daughter is? His eyes widened. Don't eye on her. I didn't know that the girl I was protecting is the one I was actually finding, he said while chuckling. What are you saying? She is already in dangerous hands. I think he came to know about her before us. Whom you are talking about? John Jungkook. His eyes widened. Both enemies under the same rooftop. Don't you think it's easier than we thought? No, this is not how it looks. Let's make it more fun. I have a better plan. I tried to stop him, but that woman had did magic on him. He slowly walked near Jungkook and patted his shoulder. He had never bowed down in front of anyone, but became weak when it came to love and destroyed himself. No, that woman was the cause of her death. She destroyed him. That day I felt like dying when I saw her real identity. This thought still haunts me that I have her blood in my veins. Is that why you are doing this to YN? Jungkook slowly looked at him. Are you feeling pity for her? He sighed. I know what you have gone through, son, but she is innocent. She don't deserve what she is getting. What about me? Am I not innocent? Do I deserve it? Mr. Lee looked down. She is no different from other women, and the worst part is, she is the daughter of my dad's killer. Not every woman is like your mother. And how do you know that she is different from her? Mr. Lee sighed and looked down. Do whatever you want. I thought you were protecting her, but I guess I'm wrong. I came here to tell you something. He extended a photograph in front of Jungkook. I guess they already found out. They killed YN's adopted parents. And Lee Chung-gi? He's still missing. I guess he has his hands behind it. Annie, I'm sure that he himself is behind all this. Let's wait for some time. I'm sure he will come to get his brother. Jungkook opened the door and walked inside. He looked at you sleeping on the floor, curling up. He slowly walked near you and sat down. He noticed the sweat on your forehead. He knew that you are afraid of dark and you may have gotten a panic attack. He slowly picked you up and laid you down on the bed. You are not different from other women. You are same as them, he said in his deep and husky yet barely audible tone. You started shivering terribly as it seems like you were having a bad dream by looking at your expressions. He looked at you for some time and then laid beside you, hugging you from back. Soon your body stopped shivering and your expressions changed to calm one, as if the nightmare ended. You suddenly changed your position and turned to his side. He kept on staring at your face. He looked down at your lips and then observed your whole body. He could clearly see all those bruises that he has given me. He slowly caressed your lower lip, which has a small wound. You are not at all beautiful. He closed his eyes and soon drifted off to sleep. Next morning, you opened your eyes and your heart dropped when you saw Jungkook laying down beside you. He was looking at you with a smirk on his face. Good morning, sweetheart. You gulped down. You quickly sat down and looked away as he was shirtless. Your heart was beating so fast because you didn't remember him coming in your room. What are you doing here? That's not the answer of my question. Why are you looking away? It's not like you're seeing me shirtless for the first time, right? He said, smirking. He exhaled deeply and leaned back on the headboard. You really like my touch, don't you? You looked at him with wide eyes. Don't worry, I've done nothing wrong, as I promise you that I won't touch you without your permission. And I know how to keep a promise. By the way, what were you dreaming about? You looked at him confused. Whatever it was, but you became calm when I hugged you. Was it about something bad? Jungkook, give me another room. And what made you think that I would do that? Because I'm afraid of darkness. I will die with this rate. Sometimes I really don't understand you. You don't like when I'm being nice to you. You don't like when I go harsh. What are you? You looked down. Why you took me here? He chuckled. Because you are no joke, sweetheart. Behind this innocent face and fragile body, you've got a sharp brain. Do you think I don't know what you were planning? Your heart skipped a beat. But sadly, you and your plan both failed. Now that ex-lover of yours, instead of catching me, he's catching his breaths. You are a beast. No, I'm more than that, and you'll see that. He got up from the bed and walked towards the bathroom, but then he stopped you. He got up and walked near you. You can't do anything, so don't try, because my patience level is so low, and you're crossing your limits. He walked towards the door, but his feet stopped when he saw a fainting sound. He turned back and saw you collapsed on the floor. Sulgi came downstairs where Jungkook was waiting for her. She is the only female member in his gang and is a doctor too. As soon as Jungkook saw her, he ran near her. What happened to her? Why did she fainted? She could clearly see the nervousness in his eyes. Those eyes which always showed either anger or no emotion were now showing nervousness. What is that? Why are you not saying anything? He raised his voice. She is pregnant.